mini friends! Today is Red, White, and Blue Day, and I thought it would be fun for Mcky P and I to make some festive dishes for this special occasion. I gathered up all sorts of ingredients that I thought would make the most patriotic dishes to celebrate America's 250th birthday. So today we're going to be having barbecue, potato salad, jello, pancakes, and even a two-tiered cake. So let's get started in making the first dish. This recipe comes from the Mini Brand's Master Chef Series number 2. It's the recipe for blueberries and pancakes. If Mini Brand says it's American, then it must be patriotic, right? To make the pancakes, I think we need to get our pancakes out. And these are the Master Chef brand pancakes from Mini Brands. And again, do not eat. It's on everything, which I think is funny. People really think they can eat this. Okay, so we're gonna put our pancake on. Okay, so we gotta put our pancakes in the plate. There's not really much to this other than opening up our blueberry jam. So I got our blueberry jam glue. And I'm gonna use a toothpick for this one. Just because I think it's more precise and it's gonna give us a better layout. I just see people making this and their jam goes everywhere. And also, I think what I'm gonna do is protect the plate because I don't want any jam on my plate. So I'm just gonna cut out a little paper towel. We're just gonna decorate on top of the paper towel in hopes that I don't glue down the pancakes to the paper towel. Okay, let's get started with our blueberry jam glue. Ooh, and it's already making a mess. So I just wanted to start drizzling the top. And this stuff just likes to get everywhere. Okay, so that should be good for the top. And then let's add our decorations, like some blueberries and some strawberries. And I'm actually gonna quickly take a look at the instructions to make sure I'm doing this right. Yep. We put the pancakes on. So we got the pancakes. We put the glue on. Oh my goodness, they really want a lot of that. Then we put the whipped cream. Then some strawberries on the side. And a little bit of blueberries and a garnish. And then we're gonna garnish it. And then voila, it's done. I just don't want all that blueberry glue all over it. Like, that's just a lot. So we're gonna garnish it with that next. So we're gonna do that. Then I'm just gonna drizzle a little bit more of this glue on and see if we can get it to drip. There we go. I'm gonna have it drip down the sides over here. And I'm gonna clean some of this up before I cure it. So now let's go ahead and get our whipped cream on. And then it wants to do some strawberries. So we'll open up our strawberries next. It gives us 4 strawberry halves. So it shows 2 in the picture. So I'm just gonna gently rest it against the whipped cream. And it shows the other one resting just slightly differently, like that. So that's kind of how it shows it in the picture. And then it wants us to get our blueberries out. And then we just kind of put blueberries, it looks like almost all over the one side with the strawberries. Oops, there goes the blueberries. They're going everywhere. So we get 5 big blueberries and 4 little blueberries and 2 little green garnishes. They have kind of a big blueberry up around here. I don't even know if it'll let me get up there. Oh, it did. Okay, so we got one right there. Maybe a blueberry like and another blueberry maybe. Look at that. There we go. Let's see. They kind of like decorate the bottom part of the plate that I don't want to mess up with blueberries. So maybe we'll just keep it. Oh, there goes the rest of the blueberries on the floor. So now I have a bunch of blueberries on the floor. So I was gonna say we'll put like one more blueberry. Let's see, on the back side like this. There we go. So that looks good, I think. So I'm gonna cure this really quick and then we'll decorate the plate. I just used a tiny toothpick and it was the messiest glue I've ever played with. It's designed to run all over the place, but I really didn't want glue all over the place. So I just did it on the top of the pancake, the first one, And then I cleared off the second one because before you cure it, you can just get rid of the resin where you don't want it. So that's what I did. That's how I decided I want my pancakes to look. But you can do it however you want when you make yours. But that's what I did to make my pancakes. And then I just have some loose extra blueberries that I didn't use right there on the side. And I feel like less is more. So if I ever want more, you know, blueberry syrup, I can always add that on later. But for right now, I like the way it looks. Hopefully you enjoy it too. And there we are. We have the all-American breakfast. And I thought it'd be kind of fun just to add a side of bacon, because what is pancakes without bacon? So I just thought I would add 2 pieces of bacon right there. And there we go. Blueberry pancakes and some bacon. Okay, and I got the bacon from Cafe Series number 3 when they had the BLT. And I just reused that bacon for each dish. So there we go. So this is the blueberry pancakes. The Mini Brand Series number 2. Okay, for our next dish, I thought it'd be fun to make a tower of some red, white, and blue Jell-O. Nothing says like the 4th of July like a big cool bowl of yummy Jell-O. So to make the Jell-O, I'm gonna be using the Jell-O mold and resins from the Diner Series number 3 Miniverse jelly sets. We had the blue raz jelly set, and then we had the cherry jelly set. And so I'm using the mold from the cherry jelly set and both the resins from both of those jellies. To get started, I am going to put a little bit of red at the bottom and glue some of the raspberries and blueberries all over the edge of it so that when it cures, you can actually see the different fruits in there. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of red Jell-O. And I can't really put it past a certain line. There we go. Just want a little bit of red, don't want a lot. And so I'm gonna put some blueberries at the top to contrast the red because you're not gonna be able to see the raspberries up there. I'm gonna open up some blueberries. I'm just gonna drop a couple of blueberries in. I'm gonna have to move those around because they keep dropping in the same spot. And now I'm gonna go cure that. Okay, so we got the first layer cured, got some blueberries in there. And so now I'm just going to layer it with some white. And then we're gonna cure that. So always remember to cure your Jell-Os or pretty much anything that has resin in it in thin layers. The red took a long time to cure because it just seemed the light wasn't penetrating through on the red very well. So I'm hoping it's gonna be easier with the white. Jade Diction colored UV white. So that's about the amount of white I want. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that cured. And we will be right back. Okay, so I got the white layer done. So now I just need to add the blue raspberry to do the blue layer, and then we'll have some red, white, and blue Jell-O. Unfortunately, this is where my microphone decided it had enough of the day and died. I didn't realize it had died until I had finished filming. So from here on out, we're switching to a voiceover. The blue raspberry layer actually fought me more than I had expected. Both the red and blue resin collected tons of tiny little bubbles. So I spent more time than I had planned popping these tiny bubbles between each layer before curing. Once everything had cured, it was finally time for the best part, demolding it. I was a little nervous because some of the white layer had blended ever so slightly into the blue layer, but thankfully it's barely noticeable on camera. Honestly, this is one of the most adorable Jell-Os I've ever made. I especially love the tiny little blueberries sitting on top and the raspberries at the bottom. They really make it feel like a really tiny patriotic dessert. What's a 4th of July celebration without some barbecue? These barbecue ribs from Diner Series number 3 are probably the most satisfying recipes I have made. MGA absolutely nailed the colors because it really looks like a smoky barbecue sauce. My favorite part has been the tiny silicone basting brush. There's something oddly relaxing about brushing each rib with resin. After coating each rib, I sprinkled seasoning over both sides before curing everything under the UV light. I've seen a lot of people permanently gluing the single rib into the dipping sauce for a dramatic frozen moment, but I wanted to keep mine separate for now, although I might change my mind one day. I have to admit, the little tiny single rib might actually be my favorite piece in the entire kit. It's ridiculously tiny. And for whatever reason, my fingers completely stopped cooperating while filming this. I think I dropped that tiny rib like 4 different times. Once everything was cured, I spent a little extra time arranging the ribs until they looked just right for the camera. And now I have one problem. I really want to eat barbecue ribs. This next recipe isn't an official Miniverse recipe at all. It's actually just using Miniverse ingredients. It's a complete remix. I wanted to make something that looked like a centerpiece for the 4th of July picnic, so I decided to build a red, white, and blue 2-tiered cake. To make this cake, I reused the birthday cake mold and cast 2 completely new cakes using red and blue resin. Then came the stars. Those tiny stars were made using a mold from the Mini Brands MasterChef Series 1, and they definitely tested my patience. At one point, I even experimented with some glow-in-the-dark stars from Hobby Lobby, but they just didn't fit the look I was going for, so they came right back off. The points on each star are so delicate that several snapped off while I was trying to remove them from the mold. Every single star has to be placed individually using tiny dots of resin. Every time I finished another star, I'd step back and take another look before adding the next one. I wanted the design to feel balanced without covering up too much of the blue underneath. At this point, I finally started seeing the vision come together. Up until now, it had looked like a bunch of separate pieces. Since this wasn't an official recipe, there was quite a lot of experimenting along the way. I didn't have a guide to follow, so every decision was really just trial and error. Once I was happy with the design, I glued on the top tier to the bottom of the cake. But once everything was assembled, it actually started feeling like a complete cake. And then I painted on white stripes around the base to finish the patriotic theme. I also repainted a few birthday candles from the confetti cake series to make the colors match. Then disaster struck. I accidentally knocked the entire cake off the counter. Thankfully, nothing major broke, but the candles had to be glued back on, off camera. Apparently today, I just was one of those days where gravity kept winning. Even with the unexpected crash, I really am happy with how this remix turned out. I might add a few more details later, but for now, I think it's a fun centerpiece. Every 4th of July cookout needs a good side dish, so I couldn't resist making a tiny bowl of potato salad. This was another remix using pieces from several different Miniverse kits. Potatoes and tofu came from Diner Series number 4, the mayo came from the Cafe BLT kit, and I even chopped up little lettuce from the Taco Bell kit and added some pico de gallo sprinkles to resemble some chopped dill pickles. I started mixing everything into the tiny pot and quickly realized there wasn't enough room, so I upgraded to a slightly bigger bowl before finishing everything off. I actually really like how this turned out. The tofu cubes surprisingly made really convincing potato chunks, and once everything was mixed together, it looked just like a classic picnic potato salad. Let me know in the comments, what do you think of this potato salad, and what ingredients would you change to make this even better? And that's everything Mcky P and I made for the 4th of July celebration to celebrate America's 250th birthday. We made delicious blueberry pancakes, patriotic jello, barbecue ribs, and a custom 2-tier celebration cake. Oh, and don't forget, a tiny bowl of potato salad. I think my favorite has to be the cake. It took the most work, but seeing the finished design really made it completely worth it. I'd love to know which one was your favorite. Let me know down in the comments below. And if you have any Miniverse recipes or remixes you would like to see Mcky P and I make, please leave that below as well. Thank you so much for spending part of your day with me. I hope you all had as much fun watching this as I had making it. I hope you all have a wonderful and happy 4th of July, and until next time, I'll see you later. Bye!